Who do you guys choose as the head coach next year?
Man, who was the guy that coached the G League?
For who?
Oh, the Pistons. No, not G League, the Summer League team. Who's the guy that did that? It wasn't Kalaman, was it?
DJ Baker, I believe.
Yeah, DJ Baker. Doesn't he coach the Motor City Cruise?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not that deep in watching Motor City Cruise. I haven't gotten that desperate yet. That's not a bad pick, though. DJ Baker, I mean, I really don't know too much about him. And like you said, he did coach the Summer League team this year. I've campaigned for this guy, it seems like. Even before we did a podcast, I've been campaigning this guy for like 2.5 years, and that's Jerry Stackhouse.
Yep.
And I just think that all of a sudden he's coming around the Pistons, unveiling the teal. I mean, you could have invited – I thought Grant Hill was going to unveil the teal. I did not think it was going to be Jerry Stackhouse. Like that even though Jerry Stackhouse did play with Grant Hill, I thought Grant Hill would have been the guy to unveil the teal. But to me, I think Jerry Stackhouse is a name that you may hear because, all of a sudden he's coming back. He's being more involved with the team. And if you do remember, Jerry Stackhouse won a G League championship with the 905 Raptors when Dwayne Casey was the head coach of the Raptors. So you can kind of point those two together. I think that Jerry Stackhouse would be a very good coach for this team. But, I mean, there's so many interesting names out there. I mean, Mike D'Antoni, that would be another one. Like, can you imagine Cade Cunningham and a Mike D'Antoni offense?
Yeah, the only problem is Mike D'Antoni just seems like a bridge coach, though. Like, he's the guy he's kind of like Coach Casey. You just put him in position till you wait for the next guy. I don't know. I want someone new and fresh. Like, I would love Jerry Stackhouse as the head coach. I said DJ Baker because I like the Nick Nurse angle for the Detroit Pistons. I think that's just hilarious. But yeah, I think I love the Jerry Stackhouse for him to be a head coach because I like guys that one have played in the NBA so they can understand players and what they're going through on a more personal level. He had success in the G League, so he knows how to get the most out of borderline NBA talent. He knows how to pull that out of guys. And then he's able to coach at the NCAA level, which I think is, just another way of learning how to get in touch with players. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that he's checked off so many boxes and, he was an all-star in Detroit. He's, he averaged almost 30 points a game in Detroit. He's a hero. He's a star. Like, let's bring Jerry Stackhouse back. I love that answer.
So someone commented during this segment, and I think we have to address this comment because I know a lot of Pistons fans are going to be asking about this guy as a coaching candidate, and that is Udoka.
Yeah.
Now, I'll just give you my 2 cents on this. I think much like Miles Bridges, a lot of teams are going to be monitoring Udoka's situation, but I was looking at the Pistons game last night. We have not one, but 2 female trainers on this team. I don't think the Pistons would touch Udoka with the 10-foot pole right now. And no pun intended. No pun intended. I don't even think they would look at Udoka. Not to say he's not a good coach, but like you can't have that kind of distractions in your locker room. I think he's a very good coach, but you're going to have to do a lot of research to see what happened in Boston, if it was a consent, if the relationship was actually not forced, because, there were reports that he forced a relationship. That's just a really sticky situation to me.
Yeah, I really haven't even thought about Ime Udoka as the head coach for the Detroit Pistons until the air clears a little bit with that whole situation. So I really don't have an opinion. I'm really going to stand with Anthony. I thought that was a really well thought out answer, and I'm just going to go with that because you're right. I don't see the Detroit Pistons bringing him in with, the 2 female trainers on the staff. They don't want to really mess with that situation. Plus, you already have a guy like Rex Kalaman who's familiar. You got a guy like Jerry Stackhouse who's already connected. You got a guy in the G League and DJ Baker. So you have options in-house to be the next head coach.